How can we start a meaningful conversation here on social without turning into a spammy person and without not being afraid of saying the wrong things? And because we're so afraid not saying anything at all, can you relate? Then do stay tuned. If you have team members or friends who might find this valuable, please tell them about this broadcast. Hello and welcome. I'm excited you're here. In case we haven't met before, my name is Katrine from bloomwithkatrine.com, and I hope you're not shy, whether you're joining me live or later on the replay at some point in the future. Drop me down below where you're tuning in from so I can circle back around and say hi to you. Looking forward to that, because I'm doing my videos here for you. So to help you take your business into the online space and create sustainable success, and while you're building it, you're already feeling good from the inside out. And one thing doesn't feel good, and that is when we know that the money is made in Messenger. Maybe you've heard this before, let me know. And yet you freeze as soon as somebody gives you a sign of life or somewhere on your content, out of fear, out of insecurity maybe, of how might I actually go about starting a conversation that's going to build a strong foundation, maybe even a friendship, because we are in a relationship business here in networking, wouldn't you agree? So that's the beautiful thing about our industry, at least in my humble opinion. So how do we start that, a meaningful conversation, a great friendship or a great relationship with a stranger here on social? That's what we'll be discussing today. Let's dive on in, because I had a very intriguing experience the other day. I checked out a profile of a new friend here on Facebook, and I watched a video of hers, and I really liked it. And so I did leave a few signs of life there. Amongst others, I said, hey, replay, it's Katrine from the Bavarian Forest over here in Germany, and I really like the tips that you gave. Thank you so much for it. And here's what came back only a few minutes after, which is potentially a good thing, but here's what came back. Hey, so you must be looking for more financial stability in your life. Here's how I can help you. And I don't know about you, but to me it just smelled like, okay, let's get your credit card details so I can get about helping you and starting getting moving you forward, right? And that's just, to me, that's not a great foundation, right? I like to build a real relationship, and sometimes, I don't know why really, but for some reason when we meet on social media, we tend to be very businessy, right? We tend to be, okay, we completely forget that we actually are building relationships with people if you want to build sustainable success. Would you agree? So here's what I would like for you to think about before I dive into my tips, okay? Here's the thing. Imagine somebody saying hi to you on some sort of piece of content, and that might be a thumbs up or a heart or literally hi comment, okay? This is like somebody in your home standing, on your garden fence maybe, and waving a hi to you, right? Would you now in real life really go ahead, run up to them within a few minutes, or a few moments rather, and tell them, hey, time for you to sign up? No, wouldn't you? That would be quite a strange behavior. Why do we do it on social then? Okay, so what might it look like then to not jump on somebody who's kind enough to leave a sign of life? And if you're watching me, please do so. I'm looking forward to having a conversation with you and building the relationship if that's what you want to do as well, right? So on social media, we can just say hi back, right, and say thank you in Messenger, and that would be the equivalent of walking up to our garden fence to the person who waved at us, waving back and saying, hi, lovely to meet you. How about we train that, and not really train it, but take that normal human behavior onto social media? It can definitely help you stand out, because so many do not do it. Okay, so here's my tips. My tip number one, maybe it's the summary of everything, is instead of trying to be interesting, be interested, and a friend before being a marketer. Okay, get to know the person, get to know what's going on in their life, to potentially see at some point whether you do or what you have to offer is a good fit for them. Does that make sense? Let me know. Okay, so here's something that you might do. You might come back with, hey, I saw your comment on my post on XYZ the other day. I haven't seen you before on my social, and yeah, I'm excited to meet you. Isn't that like the most normal thing to do when we meet somebody in life, right? And maybe you want to continue on with something like, hey, what inspired you to hop on my live today? And if you want to, drop it down below. I'd be curious to know what inspired you to watch this live video, right? And then you could continue with something like, hey, I'm just curious because I'm always trying, you know, to make sure that I'm putting out relevant content to you. What inspired you to connect today? Ask a question. Get interested instead of trying to be interesting. Okay? And if they come back with, yeah, I just found it valuable, thank you so much for doing it, you could go ahead and continue the conversation, continue being interested, honestly, sincerely interested. Okay, what about it was valuable? What about it helped you move forward? What about it was an aha? You know, what about it are you going to implement? Let me know so I can give you more of that as we move forward, right? So here's the thing. Because this is like my bonus pro tip. And if you want it, let me know. Okay, because this is something that takes you 10 seconds. Would you be willing to invest 10 seconds with a new person, somebody who's just become a follower, or somebody who's just become a friend, or somebody who's just like left a sign of life on your content at some point? Would you be willing to invest 10 seconds of your life to go to their profile if it helped you create a conversation that actually is a strong foundation for a lovely friendship and relationship here on social media, potentially, maybe at some point leading to a business relationship, but not necessarily, right? Not everybody's looking for something different. Not everybody's looking for what it is that we have to offer, and we can still be friends with each other. Wouldn't you agree? So, are you ready? I'm going to give it to you anyhow, shall I? Okay, here it is. So go to somebody, you know, somebody who's become a new friend, somebody who's left a sign of life for the first time, or maybe somebody who's been following you for a while and you haven't taken those 10 seconds yet. It's never too late to go about and maybe restart a conversation, okay? Or have the conversation even a few weeks or months into your relationship if you haven't had it yet, okay? Somebody becomes a follower. Go to their personal profile and look for something that you like, look for something you resonate with, look for something that you can use as a conversation starter, okay? Since you're there already, you can leave a few signs of life there as well, so the person is going to get a few notifications. That usually puts a smile on people's faces, right? Since you're there already anyhow. So, and now you're going to go back into your messenger, and if you're brave enough, and this is what I like to do, send them a voice message. If you prefer, you can also do a text message. And I scripted this, and if you want it, I'm more than happy to send it over. Just drop me the word script and I'll sure to reach out to you. But really the most important thing is not to follow the script to the T, but to put you inside of it, okay? And I've noted it down because sometimes I'll, you know, depending on who I'm talking to, depending on what I see, I'm going to change this around, but I want to make sure, I'm not going to read it to you, that I don't leave out any of the really important things here, okay? So here we are. Let's say Mary's become a new follower of mine, and she's left me her very first few lines on a post I did, okay? Here's what I would go check Mary out. I would find something that I like, something that stands out to me, something I resonate with, okay? And that's what I'll come back with as the conversation starter. So here's an example. Again, this is not how you must do it. This is how it's an example. It's an invitation to play with it and make it your own, okay? And again, if you want it, drop the word script down below and I'm happy to reach out to you. So here it is. Voice messaging if you dare, okay? Hey Mary, what's up? I just wanted to say thanks for connecting on my post the other day about XYZ, okay? I went to your profile and can I just say that I really liked, you know, the things that you do with your kiddos, going to the park, going to the beach, the beach, not the peach, pardon me. right? And if that happens, it's going to make the other person smile. Okay, so don't fret about not being perfect. I'm not perfect, as you can hear, can you? So it's all good. Okay, it's because maybe I miss the beach and the sea so much. What's something that you like to do, especially when you are maybe on vacation on the beach? Okay, or what's your favorite beach? Ask them something they can interact with. And then you can go on with something like, hey, I'm just curious, is there anything you'd like to know more about from me about what it is that I do here on social? Maybe you help people build a brand on social media. Okay, what's a specific topic you would find valuable, or you would want to hear more from me about building your team, building a strong customer base on social? Okay, that's something that I would say. So make it your own, as I said, right? And be sure to really get specific and be that person that takes the extra step of really finding something in common, something you like on somebody's personal profile. That's definitely going to help you stand out. And do you think that Mary, when you send her a message like this, is going to be looking forward to your next post, is going to look forward to your next piece of content, whatever it might be, because they know that you care. They know you're interested in them and you're striving to make her life, their life better, right? Do you think they're going to be more engaging? They're going to be more willing to leave a sign of life? I think so. And it's a great relationship foundation, in my humble opinion. Let me know your thoughts, whether you would like to receive a message like that. And I'm going to do it for you, no problem. Right? You might finish off your voice message going something like, hey, I'm just curious what you're into and how I can specifically serve you moving forward in your business, or whichever topic you're helping people with. Okay, so I hope this was valuable. If we needed it to summarize it, and again, I'm happy to send you my notes. Okay, so drop the word notes down below. I'm happy to send them over to you. But really, if we had to summarize it, it's really about being interested and being willing to be a friend before ever you can even think about being a marketer. And truly effective marketing to me is having a conversation with somebody and finding out by asking honest, sincere questions, because you want to sincerely get to know them. Okay, is what I have to offer potentially something that will be a good fit for them? I hope this made sense. I hope you had a few ahas. If so, drop them down below. And yeah, I'm looking forward to see you on the next training. Thanks for tuning in. And just remember, there's no good thing on this planet Earth unless we do it. So get doing it and enjoy your journey. All the best and see you next time. Katrine.